we are getting started. Good morning. Top of the morning to you guys. If you are new, please subscribe. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if it helps you or you learn something in any way. So yeah, welcome to Foreign Technical Solutions. Today we will discuss the upcoming market week and the state of the cryptocurrency market. So what I have here is the news for this week, which if you have been here a couple of times, you know that I always check the news just to kind of see what pairs are being affected and what days to either trade or not to trade. So this week it looks like mixed news. We got Fed news for the US dollar on Wednesday and Friday, CAD news on Wednesday and Friday, not coincidentally, and then Thursday we have Euro and NZD news, and then today we actually have Australian news. So that being said, let's look at the charts. So first of all, EURUSD, big upward push here last week, which I think we kind of expected, at least I expected. So far, looks like a little resistance, and then boom, a pullback. I like how my charts do that, because you see my chart has a delay. So right here where we saw this resistance, we got a pullback, actually back to the previous level. So I fully expect this support to hold right here. I don't know why it's not. Lately, I don't know why it doesn't fill my rectangles, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So you can see I expect this support to hold and for us to get continuation back going in the up direction. I don't trade that pair. That's just my analysis. I'm only going to analyze the pairs that I trade going forward. So USD Chef, good pair to trade. Recently, the dollar pairs, you kind of got to be careful with Trump and the trade wars and all that stuff. You got to be really careful trading the dollar pairs, because anything he says or does could cause the market to move. And if you don't have the proper stops, the proper money management in place, you could lose your account. It just depends. So looks like we're finding some support around the 97 level. Looks like we're finding support around 97. So we'll see if this holds. This might range here for a while. I kind of expect it to, because that was a nice move from 1.02 all the way down to here. That's like 500 pips. So that was a really nice move. So I expect a little consolidation here. Overall, I could think we're still in a downtrend. So I would expect to continue going down. Although if we go to the monthly, we have plenty of room to run. But let's just see if this week, if we can hold this support, because it's held this support throughout history. So this is a pretty solid support right here. So we'll watch about 2 months. So it looks like, again, this level, this 19 this level here looks like, you know, around, I guess maybe, well, let's go to the top of the wick. So that level right there seems to be about where we're having a problem at. So we'll see. This candle is pretty strong, starting off really strong, definitely in an uptrend, definitely looks to be following this moving average. But again, I'm waiting to see what happens here. I expect a big drop sometime. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I fully expect this to fall back down at some point. The thing about trading is, what I've learned is, you could be right, you could be wrong. It's mostly about opportunities, those that you take, those that you miss. And it's better to protect your capital than to, quote unquote, chase a missed opportunity. So this right here looks like a lot of rejection for 3 weeks now. 1, 2, we'll see. You know, last time it was at this level, it fell back down. So we'll see if the same thing happens. Although these 3 bullish candles look really strong. You know, there's a big difference between this one bull push versus 1, 2, 3. That's powerful. So let's just watch this pair and see if we can get any type of sell setups, right? Like, I would want to see rejection, maybe a break and a retest before entering, but I would just hold off and watch and wait on trading this pairs. But I'm not taking any buys this week. Only sell setups for USD Mexican. Silver. I am a silver bull. Most of you guys might not know that, but I have always been a silver bull. I think silver is probably one of the most undervalued precious metals out, even at today's current prices. I think also, this is a topic for another video, there's a thing called the gold to silver ratio. And the gold to silver ratio has actually been skewed for maybe the last 60 to 100 years. I'll do a video about it. But silver, I believe, right now is currently overbought. But what I've also learned is that you can't really depend on these RSIs over the long term, because fundamentally, silver and gold are safe haven metals. So you don't know if they're overbought or oversold because they're traded on a global market. This is just based upon price action. This has nothing to do with fundamentals. And if you're paying attention to the news, then you know right now we are in, you know, everyone is talking about a global recession, a global recession. You hear recession being whispered throughout all of your channels. So this, to me, with the political climate, you have to ignore this kind of thing when you're talking about fundamentals when dealing with precious metals. So with that being said, $17, I think psychologically is a tough price. So if you go back to 2017, you'll see that, you know, around 17 is where we get a lot of action. I'll put this right on $17. If you see this right here, so you see that price stays around 17 a lot. At least it did 2 years ago. So we're going to watch this level and see how price continues to react around the $17 mark. Now, it looks like it wants to maybe pull back a little, maybe down into here, but I am expecting a continuation further. Honestly, my prediction is $20 silver, maybe by the end of the year, if not sooner. This is not financial advice. Again, we look for solutions here. That might not be the solution for you. You know, your solution might be another type of investment. So this is my analysis, and these are steps that I'm taking to make it on my way towards financial freedom. So I would be looking for buys again here. I would wait, you know, until I could get some some pullback. I want to get some. You know, I want to get the best entry I possibly can. So if I could get price to maybe, you know, come down to around here where, if I can get price, see that big, it's a big candle. So if I can get price to come back to this level, I'll be looking for buys. Yeah, I'm looking for buys around anything probably below 16.5. I would look to buy, because if it breaks here, we're looking at a reversal. So anything probably between, you know, 15.8 and 16.5 maybe, I would kind of consider that a buy zone for me. Anything lower than that, we have possibly a reversal. You know, if price comes back down to these levels, then I think the uptrend would be discontinued and we have to reanalyze this chart. But I'm looking for buys only when it comes to silver, not taking any sales. Euro NZD. Wow, what a huge gap. Man, that was amazing. I don't know if you guys saw that. Well, I guess not. So, Euro NZD looks like it found a bottom here. I think that was, yeah, looks like it found the bottom here and we went back up. Looks like we're also seeing some resistance in this area. So in the last, you know, few days, we've had trouble breaking this little level right here. Looks like around 1.73. So that being said, I would look for sales. I mean, some type of sell setup. I'm not taking any buys at the moment. I would just look for sell setups. This is a pair that I'm just kind of learning and watching for now, but definitely looks like this level has been rejected previously. Even you see this hammer, that's rejection. Those are rejection candlesticks. So I'm looking for sales here and sales only. I'm not taking any buys on Euro NZD. Now we're going to take a look at cryptos real quick. For full disclosure, I actually am not holding any alts. I have a little BTC. That's just a long-term hold, just because I believe in holding BTC long-term. But investment-wise, I'm flat. I don't have any. I don't hold any alternative coins right now. I just sold my Ripple last week, and I'm out for a while. I'm just going to watch the markets and see how it plays out. But Ethereum is a token that I've always been fond of. It's been kind of taking a hit lately, but it looks like it rallied over the weekend. Now I'm waiting for it to update. My daily is good, but that was weird. Oh, there we go. So looks like found support last week here around 177, and looks like should use Ripple or buy Ripple. Only that, one day it's gonna go to $12, or you see people say, Lambo Moon, it's Ripple $20. Why? How? Where? Where do you see that at? Show me a chart that says Ripple could potentially hit $20. Because what I've seen, and I'm going to show you this, guys, real quick, because this is where I come to that conclusion at. I'm trying to get all this stuff off of here because this is just cluttering up my chart. Excuse me. Okay, this is what I want you guys to look at. So, this is the weekly chart of Ripple. Now, Ripple has been around. The first tick of Ripple is March 2013. This is when Ripple is first, I guess, if it first goes public. Let's just say that on my broker, 2013. Now, mind you, most altcoins that we know of, let's just think of newer altcoins, Ethereum, Litecoin, Stellar, anything you name right now, Zcash. Most altcoins came about after 2013. So you have to ask yourself, in 2013, what was Ripple doing? Or in 2019, what is Ripple doing now that it hadn't figured out in 2013? So to me, this is so speculative, and this was all pump and dump. This was all manipulation. So I believe that the people who got paid off Ripple the first time were all over the blogs, all over the forums, pumping this coin, and people bought. And then those few people sold at the top and left the rest of you holding the bag. And me, myself, because I, too, was like, oh, okay, let's buy a bunch of Ripple because it's cheap and just hold it until it goes back to $3. What if it never goes back to $3? So Ripple, if all the altcoins, Ripple has never started an uptrend. Look at it. Look at it. It's never started an uptrend. Never. You would think it has, but it really hasn't. It's really just been making lower lows. Look at this. Because you guys don't understand. So this is a high, right? So you got a high there, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, a lower low. I fully expect, now again, this is not financial advice. You do what you want. This is your money. I assume if you're watching this channel, you assume responsibility for all of your actions. Now, I could be wrong, but Ripple touched 24 cents last week, right? 24 cents. Now, pushed back up to 28, and that's where we're at currently. If 28 holds, hey, we could get some continuation. However, if we can't get back above 30%, 30 cents, sell it down some more. I will keep selling it because I expected to get all the way back down to previous levels where it was at for, go back here. It hung around, look at this. So it hung around 13 cents for almost a year. And then when all the hype started happening, 2 years ago, when that big run up and everybody was learning about crypto, it pumped and it's never really recovered. I'm gonna just show you guys real quick, just to show you what other coins look like. You see that? Starting an uptrend. You see? That's Monero, a really, really, really good token you guys should take a look at. Bitcoin Cash is not a good one. Dash, another one. Just take a look. Now, see, that looks similar, but it looks like similar. It's never really started an uptrend, but it's holding. It's been holding here this whole year. It's been holding above a certain level, unlike Ripple. That's one, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Oh, Litecoin kind of took a dive, and it hasn't really fully recovered. That's interesting, and I think that's because Charlie Lee made comments about no one wanting to help him develop it. And you just, as a CEO, if you really want your tokens to hold value, or as the president of the country, if you really want your currency to hold value, you should not tweet or talk about issues that you might be having in the company, because people take that as fear, and they sell. But Litecoin found bottom and started an uptrend. Now we got a pretty healthy pullback into a previous area of support, and I expect some continuation back up. But it looked like Ripple again. That doesn't look like that. And that's all I'm going to say. Last but not least, let's take a look at the dollar, because that's an important index to watch. So the dollar has been pretty strong, and I've noticed this. Despite popular opinion, the tariffs have actually been good for the dollar against some currencies, right? So the dollar versus the yuan gaining strength. I think even, and here, you know, we've been in a nice little uptrend, but this week I kind of expect some more pullback. I don't trade this index. I just kind of use it as a gauge to see. So if you see here, we had issues breaking this level, and I think we're going to kind of pause here again and probably have some more downside. So I'm looking for downside, the dollar index, which means I'm bullish on pairs that are versus the dollar. I guess that's it. I don't really trade stocks that much, although I believe that there are some benefits to trading stocks that you believe in. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope I was able to help you. Questions, if you would like to join my Telegram, if you would like to trade with me, hit me up, contact me on any social media that's in my description, and you guys have a wonderful trading week. Peace.